Probably is too.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
you're wrong.
I got 2.9.
I got 2.94 as well. Okay, so something to think about that I always want you to think out about, especially on the AP test, is you should look at your answer at the end and see if it's reasonable. Because basically what you're saying right now is, what's the average score on this personality test? If you don't get an answer between 1 and 5, you're wrong. Because all the scores in the personality test were between 1 and 5. Okay? Everybody understand that? And it also kind of makes sense to me because if you look at this, it looks like people tended to be a little bit more passive than aggressive. Do you see what I mean? Like, look, a little bit more on 1s than on 5s, a little bit more on 2s than 4s. So it makes sense to me that it's a little bit below 3, which would be average. Okay? All right, back page. Not so hard yet, yeah? All right, now we got one of these messy ones, but we're going to split up the work. Yes?
Do you think we're gonna stay with our host partners for the rest of the time? Or could I move back to ours?
For the rest of the hour, yes. Or at least until the end of the notes, yes. Are you having problems seeing?
No.
Okay. All right, so we're going to create a probability distribution for variance and standard deviation of this as well. So it's really just very similar to what we've been doing so far. I think I'm going to use the exact same data that we did on the passive aggressive stuff. So for X's, put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll write it down for me from the other side. That was 16%, 22%, 28%, 0.2, and 0.14. Okay, so we've already found a discrete probability distribution, right? Now we have to find the mean, which is exactly what you did on the other side, which is multiplying these and then summing them up. So 1 times 0.16 is 0.16. I'm just showing my work now. This was 0.44. Do you guys see where this is coming from? 3 times 0.28 is 0.84. This one's 0.8. I don't know why I'm writing in my calculator. Okay. And then if we sum it up, we should get, what was it, 2.94?
Yes.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is, and this is our mu. Do you guys remember the difference between mu and x bar? What's the difference?
X bar, you minus 1 for dividing.
Well, not on a mean, but you're thinking about sample standard deviation, and yes, you would minus 1 before dividing at the end. X bar implies that it's a sample, and mu implies that this is a population. And it is a population because it was 150 people in the study. We've got all of them. Everybody getting it? So I'm going to assign you things. Everybody okay with that? X minus mu. Remember, mu is down here, and X is over here. All right, so Michael, you got this one. This is Tegan and Caitlin and Carter, Ryan. This is Jasmine, Gustavo, and Triton. We're going to go with the first 5 people first, and then the other people can go, or you can do the work ahead of it if you want to. Michael.
Negative 1.94.
Tegan?
Negative point, no,
Caitlin?
0.06.
Positive 0.06? Carter?
Positive 1.06.
Ryan?
Positive 2.06.
Okay, we're going to keep going around. Jasmine, Gustavo, this is Triton, and then Michael, we're going to go back to you over here, and Tegan, we'll go back to you over there. This is you squaring all of those deviations. Why are we squaring them again?
Positive negative.
To make sure they're positive. Jasmine? 3.76. Gustavo?
0.8836.
0.8836. Let's
Yeah.
say 0.89. Tegan?
Oh, that's me, actually.
Triton?
Yeah.
And I think I did mine wrong.
Did you do 0.06 squared?
I don't know.
It should be 0.36. Right. Sorry.
Okay, I got .0036.
That's right.
Okay, that's right.
Mhm. I'm gonna write .004. Do you want me to do the same decimals for yours? Is that gonna make you happier?
What?
Gustavo? .88, want me to change it?
No, no,
It'd
you're
make
fine.
Okay.
me happier.
Yeah.
It'd make you happier?
8,
.8, are you being difficult, or is it a little bit like, kinda, it really would make me happier, yeah?
It would make.
Yeah, okay. .88, what was it? The other one?
3.
Okay. All right, Michael?
1.1236.
1.124. Tegan?
4.24.
4.24. Okay, and let's see, we got Caitlin here, and Carter, Ryan, Jasmine, Gustavo. Triton, you're gonna be in charge of summing it all.
I bet you.
Okay. Individual deviations we did, we squared the deviations, now we're multiplying the squared deviations by the probability.
Can you do the one thing, like, where you, like, what would you do? For the other note page, you put like the number of the step by the thing.
Sure. Probability distribution, this was 1, 1 right here. This is the process of 2 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 will be down here. The nice thing about this is that you actually don't have to divide by a summation of this stuff, because it turns out that they all add up to 1 when you're using probabilities. So you don't actually have to divide by anything. Okay, all right, starting with Caitlin.
0.6016.
0.602. Carter.
0.196.
0.196. Ryan.
I think I did something wrong. I got .001.
Did you take this times this?
Wait, what? You mean-
No, this times this. Yeah, that looks right,
Okay, yeah.
because it's about 25% of that. Yeah, 0.001. Jasmine? 0.225. Gustavo?
0.5936.
0.594.
Yeah.
That summed up is 1.6178. Did I do that right?
You shouldn't have 4 numbers if we're adding, how many digits did you have past this?
I don't think, or I didn't round one of the numbers,
Oh, okay.
so that's what I did.
So what did you get?
So I had 1.6178.
1.8 probably. Let's see if that's right. 9, that looks right. Okay. All right, this is your variance. So this is sigma squared, or the variance, step 6. And then define the standard deviation, you just square root it. Everybody do this one. Does everybody remember what a standard deviation is? It's on average how far our numbers deviate from the mean. I got 1.27. You guys get the same thing?
Yep.
Okay. Now, that makes sense to me because remember, the average of this personality test was about 3.